LaMelo Ball just dropped 38 points and 13 assists against the Wizards. The Hornets are 2-1 to start the season, and through 3 games, he's averaging 28.3 points and 9.7 assists on 48% shooting. These are legitimately all NBA numbers. But nobody's celebrating. Because for the 5th straight year, people around the league are asking the same question. Can this guy actually win? He just turned 24 years old last August, won All-Star appearance back in 2022, Rookie of the Year in 2021. Since then, a total of 105 games played across 3 seasons. That's not a typo. In 3 years, LaMelo has been on the court for less than half the games. Joel Embiid has missed 49% of possible games in his career, and people roast him constantly. LaMelo is right there with Derrick Rose at 57%. When your name gets mentioned in the same breath as D. Rose for injury concerns, that's a problem. But here's what makes this different from every other injury-riddled star. People don't just doubt LaMelo's health, they doubt his game. And that's where it gets interesting, because the hate isn't coming from casual fans. It's coming from coaches, from media members with front office relationships, from the people who actually understand basketball. ESPN ranked him 63rd before this season. 63, behind Christian Braun and Jalen Suggs. Not even the same universe as Darius Garland. Think about that for a second. The criticism follows a pattern. First, it's the injuries. Fractured wrist as a rookie, ankle sprains in year 2, another fractured ankle in year 3. Last season, a calf strain, then more ankle and wrist issues that eventually ended his year in March with 2 minor surgeries. The Hornets shut him down after 47 games because, what's the point? They weren't making the playoffs anyway. Charlotte has the longest active postseason drought in the NBA at 9 years. They haven't won a playoff series since 2002. LaMelo was 1 year old. But the deeper issue is the style. Watch him play and you'll see why some people think he's incredible and others think he's a losing player. Last season, he launched 11.2 threes per game, most in the league, shot 34%. Not great. But this season, he's hitting 41.9% from 3 on high volume. That's legitimate elite shooting. Some of these shots are genuinely Steph Curry level. One-footed fadeaways, pull-ups from 30 feet, shots that make defenders look silly. The problem is, he knows he's that good. So when that confidence turns into early shot clock contested threes, coaches lose their minds. That's not basketball, that's hero ball. His floater game has always been elite. Last year, Ball averaged 4 floaters per game at 48% efficiency. Only Trae Young had better volume and numbers. LaMelo's got the size at 6'7" to use that length in the pick and roll, slow down, put his man in jail, and hit the soft touch over bigs. Beautiful basketball when he does that. But what he doesn't do enough is attack the rim. Last season, he averaged just 5 free throw attempts per game. This year, through 3 games, he's at 3.7. For a guy with his usage rate, that's way too low. He's got the tools to score at the rim. Long, coordinated footwork, can finish with both hands. But he avoids contact. You'll see him turn the corner off a screen with all this space in the paint, and instead of going through the big's body to generate a layup or a foul, he'll pick up his dribble early and take a tougher shot. Why? Nobody knows. Then there's the passing. That's his best skill. The vision is absurd. Eyes in the back of his head. At 6'7", he can make any pass on the floor. He's averaging 9.7 assists through 3 games, including a 13-assist performance against Washington. Watch him blast off a screen, see the weak side defense dig down, and whip a left-handed pass through a tight window for an assist. Insane. But with that aggressive passing comes turnovers. He's at 3.7 per game this season, right around his career average of 3.3. Defense is where things get ugly. At 6'7", with that length, he should be at least above average, but his focus is inconsistent. He goes under screens and gives guards way too much space. If you give any elite guard that kind of room coming off a screen, your help defense is getting cooked. His off-ball awareness is weak too. Too many times he's lazily reaching for steals, leaving shooters wide open, or just ball watching with his back turned to his man, which becomes an easy bucket. The bigger concern is we've never seen LaMelo in a true high-pressure, must-win situation. He grew up playing casual AAU ball, and it's kind of been the same vibe in Charlotte for 5 years. But here's where things flip. Zach Lowe, probably the most respected NBA writer among front offices, pushes back hard on the LaMelo criticism. His argument? Who is LaMelo supposed to pass to? Charlotte hasn't built a contender around him. And honestly, the Hornets are where careers go to die. They've never had a true superstar, never made a conference finals, missed the playoffs 9 straight years. There are a few franchises you do not want to get drafted by. Kings, Wizards, Pelicans, Hornets. You need Michael Jordan to turn that around. Oh wait, they had him. Didn't work. So expecting LaMelo Ball at 24 years old to be that franchise savior is unfair. But this brings us to the real question. The third reason people doubt him. The one that could flip everything. Does he actually want to win badly enough?
Think about Steph Curry. Early in his career, people said the same things. Great talent, but not a winner. Too small, too fragile, can't lead a championship team. His ankles almost ended everything. Warriors flamed out in the playoffs. But in 2013-14, Steph changed. He rebuilt his body, hired the right trainers, but most importantly, he let go of his ego. He bought into Steve Kerr's ball movement system, stopped chasing stats. That decision unlocked a dynasty. Giannis had the same arc. For 4 years, the knock was simple. Build a wall, he's done. Regular season star, playoff choker. But Giannis locked himself in the gym, attacked his weaknesses head-on, free throws, finishing through contact. By the 2021 finals, he hit 17 of 19 from the line and dropped 50 in the closeout game. Championship. What did Steph and Giannis have in common? They cared about winning more than anything else. The hate fueled them to change. Some players are happy with an all-star selection and a max contract. But is that LaMelo? Hard to say. You can usually feel when somebody is more James Harden than Steph Curry, when the vibes matter more than the rings. But LaMelo is only 24. He's been typecast as a goofball since he was a kid. The little brother on a reality show with LeVar Ball as his dad, the WWE promoter. That perception has stuck. So forget the defense concerns. Guys like Steph and Steve Nash proved you can win without being an elite defender. LaMelo's path to proving people wrong isn't physical. It's mental. Because right now, the league doubts him the same way it once doubted Steph and Giannis. The only question is, does he care enough to prove them all wrong? And can he stay healthy long enough to do it? This season is massive for him. New head coach Charles Lee challenged him in April to get stronger, to add muscle, to handle the physical defenses that target him every night. Teams deny him, body him up, try to throw him off his game. Early last season, it worked. Lee saw it bothering him. As the year went on, LaMelo adjusted. But Lee's message was clear. You have to be on the floor. Lee even compared it to what he saw coaching against Giannis in Milwaukee and Jason Tatum in Boston. Superstars get targeted. You need the body to handle it. LaMelo spent the summer in the weight room. He's added lean muscle mass. The Hornets brought in veterans like Colin Sexton and Spencer Dinwiddie to take pressure off him. They drafted Con Kneppel, the best shooter in college last year, 4th overall. Brandon Miller, when healthy, looks like a future all-star. The pieces are there. Through 3 games, the early returns are promising, averaging 28 and 10, shooting nearly 50% from the field and 42% from 3. But it's 3 games. The question is whether LaMelo can stay healthy for 60-plus games and lead the Hornets to the playoffs for the first time since he was 14 years old. The East is weak enough. The play-in is within reach. But if the injuries continue, if the questions about his game persist, this could be the beginning of the end in Charlotte. Trade rumors already swirl. His dad has publicly wished the Clippers would trade for him. The clock is ticking. LaMelo Ball is at a crossroads. He has all the talent in the world. He's showing it right now. But talent alone doesn't win championships. It doesn't even make playoffs. At some point, he has to decide if he wants to be remembered as the flashy kid who never figured it out, or as the star who silenced every doubter and changed the trajectory of an entire franchise. Time will tell.